X එකට කෙලවෙලානේ බොයිස්. නේද මගේ settings ටික හදා ගන්න මල්ල මගුලක.
These are the best settings in Apex Legends to help you win more fights and give you a competitive advantage. First up, make sure you adjust your audio settings. Turn your sound effects volume all the way up to 100% and dialogue down to about 10% and make sure music is off. This way you'll be able to hear enemy audio like footsteps much more clearly and know exactly where they are. Next, change your field of view. If you have this set to a lower number, like around 70, you won't be able to see to the left and right as much. Somewhere around 104 is usually good and will give you much more visibility. Also, while in this setting, disable ability scaling. This is so actions like Octane Stim or Blood. So while in this setting, disable ability scaling. This is so actions like Octane Stim or Bloodhound's ult don't change your field of view. Make sure you are customizing your reticle color to give you an advantage. You can see the various environments and how the color will look on the different maps. I prefer a bright pink color, but also white is a solid choice. If you're on controller, you need to make sure you are.
How's it going, everyone? My name is For. It's more of just you being able to see the different button hints at the bottom of your screen. If it's something that you know already and you know all of your binds by heart, you don't need to like think about it whatsoever, then that's something that you could turn off and you may see some benefit from, but not really a very huge setting that you need to change, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Crosshair damage feedback, I have this turned off. This is just primarily for a physical like X crosshair when you're shooting people, as opposed to having nothing like I have. So continuing here, damage numbers, I keep like X crosshair when you're shooting people, as opposed to having nothing like I have. So continuing here, damage numbers, I keep this on stacking just so I can see the total number of damage that I've done to whoever I'm shooting at. This is something, again, that's personal preference, but in terms of visual clutter, stacking is what setting you want this to be on. Enemy health bar, you want this on. Now, this was a change that was made prior to my last settings video about 9 months ago, and this setting is kind of controversial. You want this to be enabled. This is for, I believe, the new assault class personal movement. The way that I play the game, my play style, are always sprint. There's sometimes where you do want to walk, like if you're in a bubble fight, for example. Jetpack glide control, this is again personal preference. If I'm being honest, for mouse and keyboard players, it may be better to have this set to toggle. But for me personally, I've kind of gotten used to the lifeline glide and the Valk jetpack being on hold, so that's just what I use personally. But play around with it, you know, be with or try hold, try toggle, see what works better for you, and then kind of go from there. Incoming damage feedback, I have this set to 3D just so I can see a better indicator of where I'm getting shot from. If I'm being honest with you, the 2D damage feedback indicator is kind of hard to tell sometimes what direction it's coming from, and it's just not the most visually appealing thing in the world. So I go with 3D personally. If you guys want that on 2D, it does still work relatively well, but 3D is just a little bit better in my opinion. Taking damage closes death box or crafting menu. I cannot explain to you how important this setting is. If this setting is turned on, turn it off. This setting will literally get you killed so many times. If you're like me and you like to shield swap when you're in the middle of fights or right after you finish a fight and you know there's a third party coming, if you have this turned on and you go to hit that swap and you don't hit it in time before you get shot, it's going to automatically take you out of that death box. And that is not what you want, because at the end of the day, your goal is to hit that swap. And if that stops you from hitting it, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to die at that point. So make sure you have this setting turned off. Now, we have some new settings for the recent seasons here. I'm not sure if these were in the season 24 update or if they're in prior seasons, if I'm being honest with you. We have health and ammo pop-ups, which is more of like a critical health or low ammo message on your screen. They've gotten a little bit more sensitive, and they also made a setting for it, as you can see here. So I have this set to limited because I don't like to hear it or see it all the time. It does get pretty obnoxious with how much it's showing you. You could have a lot of ammo left and it'll tell you you're low on ammo. So I have this set to limited, so it only really appears if you're really hurt or if you don't have ammo at all, pretty much. You can turn this off as well if you want to, as well as the voice lines, because they did add voice lines for it, and God, are they annoying. There are so many voice lines for it, but it is very, very useful sometimes when you don't realize that you didn't pop a cell or you didn't pop a syringe, or you just didn't realize that you weren't healed in general, because there's a lot going on. It can very much help you in those situations, so I have this set to limited instead of off. But for some people, if you've been going crazy over the voice lines for healing and ammo, turn that off and you won't hear that anymore. Arsenal's map and HUD icons, I actually have this set to maximum. So in season 24, they released something called the Arsenal, and these are placed at pretty much every POI, and they come with set guns, set ammo, and you're able to upgrade your weapon. I'm not going to be this for when you're looking over a hop up or you pick one up and it shows in the bottom right corner there what hop up you have and other people in the game, but the killer will have no name. Anonymous mode, this makes your name hidden. I have this enabled just so nobody sees what my name is when I'm playing the game. Usage sharing, I have this disabled. I don't really care about having all of my data going to EA. Performance display, I have this turned on, and this just shows you your FPS, your ping, your packet loss, all that stuff in the top right. If you are a big streamer and you happen to be watching this, it may be beneficial to keep that turned off because people can stream snipe you based off of your ping. So something to keep in mind. There are a lot of times where I do have to turn this off. If I am streaming, sometimes I do get stat, then I'm still on a green cross, like a light blue or a yellow or even an orange. And the colors in here like a little bit now. You just want to get some good settings and you're coming to this video. You're usually not really worried about the tutorials in the game at that point. So you can turn those off, not really have to worry about those. Reticle, I'm still on a green crosshair like I was in my last settings video. I've just kind of rocked with it. It's very good to see different things. It doesn't blend in super crazy because of the colors in Apex. So I have 38, 255, 13. So if you want to run a green crosshair like this, go for it and let me know what you think. Laser, I have set to default, which I know was yellow in my last settings video, but we're back on the red laser. Just like I said, kind of keeps a good visual clarity whenever I'm shooting. Any bright color, to be honest with you, will do really well for this. I've seen a lot of people run like a accessible that's bright, even pink will help a lot for sure. Now for the accessibility settings, we're down to colorblind mode. I used to be on Tritanopia for this, but I have everything turned off from here on. I have no subtitles, no subtitle size. I don't have accessible chat features enabled, voice to text chat. You definitely want these guys off. This is all kind of just accessibility settings that most people don't need to use. If you need to have text chat as speech, or you want to have what your teammates are typing to you spoken to you, then you can turn that on. A 0.8 sensitivity on 1600 DPI. Now, if you don't know what any of the DPI and all that stuff means, you don't know what kind of mouse you have or what DPI goes up to, don't really worry about it. If you have a software for your mouse, open up that software, go into the settings, and go into the DPI settings. If you're on 800, this would be 1.6 800 DPI. If you want to switch to 1600, then copy this down, go to 0.8. For my ADS optic sensitivities, you can copy these guys down. If you don't want to copy these guys down, when I give you my files later in the video, you'll be able to pretty much copy and paste my files in and it'll automatically give you these. So don't really have to worry about it too much. And a lot of these settings will do that. But if you want to copy them down for your own game without having to physically replace your files, copy these guys down. Mouse acceleration, you want this off. Some people play with acceleration on for fun. You just won't see a lot of benefit from this. It's one of the things where over time you build a muscle memory feeling of where your mouse needs to be. And if you're using acceleration, then that can be ever changing. And it's something that you won't really get used to. You can get good at it, don't get me wrong, but it takes a lot longer to get good at, and it's just not really a beneficial setting in my opinion. Mouse invert, definitely want that off. Anyone who plays with mouse invert on, you need to learn how to play with it off because that is definitely hurting you. There is no way you have fun playing with that setting on. Clamp mouse cursor to game window, you actually usually want this on.
Mouse acceleration on කරලා නේ මං ගාවේ ගන්න.
Working, but with the new DX12, it's very possible that I may be wrong on this now. I haven't done a lot of testing myself, but most times this is if like you are playing the game and you accidentally flick way too hard and it goes onto your other monitor and then you click and it tabs you out and the board, stuff like that to sync together. I don't use caps for anything else. Jump for spacebar, and then that is also my scroll wheel down. So anyone who's been playing Ash, if you scroll wheel down, it will dash you. So that is another thing that you kind of have to look out for. It's the same thing with like Valk. So it's the same thing with Valk or Lifeline, for example, where if you scroll wheel down like twice, you'll jump. So just something to keep in mind with that. It is a little bit harder with characters like that because of their jump. Not anything detrimental. You just kind of have to get used to that. Now we have crouch toggle on C and crouch hold on left control. Now this is mainly for super gliding. So like if I go up to this, I'm hitting space and C as opposed to space and control, because space and control is a lot more unreliable. In fact, I can like barely hit super glides with that. So space and C is what I use personally. Now, if you like doing super glides and like doing movement stuff, this is a little bit personal preference. You can change this to V or even B if the bind feels better for you. So just kind of something to keep in mind with that. Inventory, tab, or I, those are also default. I pretty much have default everything on this. I would say the only thing that's different is my left alt survival item. And then I have inspect on mouse button 5 and push to talk on mouse button 4. We do have a left shift bind for walk, which I'll talk about in my files later on. On A when on your gut use. However, it's not super stretch from this better on this game overall. But if you want to just copy these down.
Mouse acceleration on the off the game believer. Fuck.
Down, then feel free here. Green going this is essentially the equivalent of a full. If you are moving forward, I stay on a 45% bright. We have this set to you have a really good ultra or very high. You know, the settings do look pretty good, but I don't know about you. There is not a big difference between what I just changed. Settings, spot shadow detail, volumetric lighting, dynamic spot shadows, model detail, map detail, effects detail, and impact marks are all set to low. Every setting is set to the absolute lowest on this tab except for texture streaming budget. So now for audio settings, this is all going to kind of be individual personal preference. But if you want what I have, I generally play, except when I'm in the range because it's really loud for some, it's just so. Settings, I just changed. Performance drop there, but that's where you kind of find a middle ground based on what impact marks are all set mono. Is softened.
Wow. Gunplay again මොකක්ද? Gun run එකක් ගමු. මේ මොකක්ද අමුට වෙලාද? බෙට්ටක් වගේ වෙලා තියෙනවා. අර පට්ට ස්කින් ගොඩක් ඇවිල්ලානේ බා. මම පරණ ස්කින් ටික ආයෙ දීලා. ඔව්. මල්ද? 1800ක් වුණා. මෙන්න මේ ස්කින් එක නම් ආසව. මේකයි ගන්නවා. කොහොමද මේ? full screen දාලා window එකේ Apex dead කියන්නේ අයිපරිම dead නෙවා. මොකුත් නෑ ඒවා. කව players නැහැ. අලුත් තීරෝ කෙනෙක් ගාවනේ.
Introducing your champion.
I want to give a shout out to all my fans watching. I love you guys. I love you.
I'm the jump master. I know where to land in this reality.
මා සෙන්ස් වැඩි වගේ. වැඩි නෙව.
I'll have to watch that back. I got my aim. And so does everyone else. Didn't you have to tell me?
හැම එනවා. සෙන්ස් වැඩි නෙව.
Move it over here.
Don't worry about me. What's the upgrades?
I'm the new kill leader. Entirely expected.
Evo harvesters are now available. Got a new upgrade. Our rivals won't rival this. Spotted an enemy. There.
So bang ultimate ability. Ah, දැන් හරිව.
Backpack here. Level 1. You're only as good as your gear. And skill. Good line here. Hope no one ever says that. Don't worry about bullseye. We're in the next ring.
මට ඒකේ බෝ ඒක වුණ කරාම යනවා 100 ගන්නට. දැන් සෙන්ස් මදි වගේ. සෙන්සි මදි.
I think I hear competitors this way. Stop here.
Your package being delivered.
Care package coming down. I'm out of light ammo.
Light ammo here.
Thanks.
Extended level 2.
Shotgun
Replicator
bolt.
here.
Laser sight
It's the
here.
secret
Heavy
ingredient
ammo
of
here.
winning. Not much more.
අද්දලා බං.
I'm crafting. I need some.
Level 3.
Why? Care package over there.
Backpack here. Level 2. You're only as good as your gear. And skill.
P2020 here.
Walking target over here.
අඩෝ ගන්න බැරි වුණා මං. අයියෝ අනිත් පැත්තේ ඉබයි ගාවේ. ඇරි ඇඩේ ඔය මට උනේ.
Throwing another star.
You again. I've been spared.
Fucking noob भाई वहाँ पट्टा उठू कौद बाकी මේක ඔබන්න ඕනවා පට්ට ලෝ සෙන්ස් එකේ බා
I'll patch all that back up.
ගල්ලු ප්‍රෝ මැක්ස් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ
Respawn.
මහානවනේ මෙයා. ඉන්ටර්නැෂනල් වීඩියෝ නේද? escape උත් නැහැ කන්න වෙන්නේ. Sente Diego.
45 seconds. The ring's pretty close. Need to select.
ඒක ඔන්න ඔක්ක දින එකක් වෙනස් වෙනවනේ බා. ඉස්සරේ ඩෙත් මැච් එකක් ගන්නවා. කරගෙන 360 කරගෙන මම මොකක්ද මේ සෙටින්ස් වලට උනේ ඒවා සෙටින්ස් ඔක්කොම රීසෙට් කරලා මතක නැහැ කීයේ තිබ්බේ. Physical damage මිසුරම ගැරි. මම විතරයි ඉන්නේ. අයියෝ දැක්කගේ
I'm back. Yo, Lyko. Got more heads to screw with it. Hold on. Recharging shields. Shields recharging. I'm back. Let any crashes. Hold on.
කෙනෙක් ගෙවුවා අර තවුදු මොකද්ද බයේද වැඩක් නැති ගන්න අපේ ජරාම ගන්න මිලු රහන් ඒතු
outfit than that.
I'm back, and this time is personal.
අපේ මොනවද කරන්නේ
Always ready for pullback.
Olha que cara. 3-man pushing him. What the fuck?
Back for the mess. I'm stubborn like that.
අරන ඒම් එක පොඩ්ඩක් මේ වුණා. ටීම් දෙකේම වැඩිම ඩැමේජ් කරලා තියෙනවා මම. Enggak orang. මේව කලින් එන ලාභෙට මම තිබ්බේ. Hello, Zeros. Good morning.
Let's just go shoot at each other.
Introducing your champion. I'm the jump master. Focus. Fight. Win. Again. We'll be well positioned there.
Let's go there.
Our target is here. Attention. First blood.
Check it out.
First blood has been taken.
Wait, the doctor?
Taken out. Distance. 1 minute remains.
Ah, you're right.
Stop me? Unlikely.
Brother, make it guy the stupid. යාතර වැරදිලා බෝම්බයක් ආවා.
Try not to go back to it today.
ගහන්න පුළුවන් ඒ ගහම නේ නෝ.
Woke up. It's time to move out. Lately, I'm uncomfortable with conversation.
This is your champion.
Hey, I'm the jump master. Ready up. With the jets, which saw someone out there. Stay clear. Give my shield a recharge. Whole squad taken out. I like what I see.
Attention.
New level means I've got a new upgrade to pick.
Stop that.
Rings next door.
Un momento. Gotta heal. My shields need a bit more power.
Healing. Watch my back. Giving him the chimney.
Hold on. I'm healing.
The ring is near. I'm closing in 30. Amici.
Boom! The tracker set. It's close though. Got an enhanced weapon?
Shotgun bolt here. Level 2. Tango spotted. Upgrades collecting dust. Low on ammo. Need to restock.
Getting green. Roll outside.
What the fuck was that? Gabi pakai. Kau pilih siapa? Ini bukan terbang ini. Kau push kan depan. Aduh, ini apa nak gahara puru tu?
Enemy killed.
Kodak kar me track ke kare no track ke kare.
Come on, get to this spot. Attention.
Down na ko bima di chunna dia.
Enemies in the distance.
Mama tu akan game me potato ni. Mama play mar ko.
Reloading. Ottimo lavoro, ragazzi. We took out the kill leader.
Aldeedi HP අඩු වෙනවා radius එක. උගේ අල්ටියද?
Attenzione, enemy here. Target scanned and tracked.
අපිට ස්කෑන් වෙනවනේ. අම්මා රෝබි.
Took out an enemy.
One HP වෙන පිස්සුකෝ.
Healing. I'm recharging my shields. I need to help it.
අරෙන් ගහන්න නැපෙස්.
Let's scout this area. Boom, like I said. Oh, they're shooting.
ෆ්‍රේම් එකක් තියෙන එක තමයි. ඉතින් මූවමන්ට් නම් පට්ට බොගයි. ඕ ගහපන් කොහොමද?
Reloading. Recharging shields. Replicator falling to earth.
මම රෙස් කරන්නෙත් නෑ අයියෝ. ඔද්දේ උනේ. උලෙක්ද? දැන් පේනවා.
Reloading. Recharging shields. 1 minute. We're nearly centered. Shooting out an arc star.
අර සීල්ඩ් එක මොකද්ද මම අමුතු ලෝගයක් වයිද?
Passing a frag.
ඌ ගහන කැරක්ටර් එක ගර්ල් කැරක්ටර් එකද නැත්නම් මේල් කැරක්ටර් එකද නැත්නම් මේ පාටියක්ද? What game name? Bro, what the fuck that is? Ayyo, hell.
Hold him out. It's okay. I don't think anyone saw us. Except whoever. Reloading. It's not great.
Kill එක නෙමෙයි මම කටහල එන්නත් නෑ.
Well, we have a care package on the way.
We should boat that way. Respawn beacon there.
damage 80 ගානක් හරිද මෙච්චර ගහලා අරුගේ damage කීයද 1000 ගානක්.
Watching over there.
මගේ 80 ගානක් තියෙනවා. RC එක
Close range.
Dibs. Got an upgrade. Moving out.
Cracked it. Flank it out and search for enemies. Your man. Stick with me. Let's go see what's up over there. Check your map.
ඒ මොකද්ද බය වුනේ? What the fuck was that?
Been restocked.
Replicator falling to Earth. Take your time. The ring is close, and there's a whole minute to play. Seconds, and we're right next to the ring.
අර ඔටෝ රීලෝඩ් කරනවා.
Let's scout this area.
මෙතන මේ ඉක්නම මැග් එක හම්බ වෙනවා.
I say we lock down this area.
මෙටි තියෙනවා නා.
Keeping an eye on this area. I'll keep you posted.
In progress. Care package being delivered.
Care package incoming. Y'all earned this. Just watch your backs.
From dust and dreams
Got
to
a hop up
reality.
here. Run straight terminated.
I need a hop up. Go, Pearson.
Got an extended energy mag
Over
here.
there. Knockdown shield here. Laser sight here. Level 3. Level 3.
legendary loot වෙන්නේ.
Spotted an opponent out there. Arcstar out. Whoa, they're shooting at me. They're focusing on me. Tracker dart out. Reloading. Target scanned and tracked.
Form meets function. Here being delivered.
Reloading. Replicator incoming. Chucking.
Getting shot.
Chucking a thermite grenade.
අමේනවා.
Casting a thermite. My shields need a bit more power.
Attention. The kill leader has been eliminated. Champion eliminated.
Champion out. 10 seconds. Hold tight. I got your back. Need a strong brew. Be a phoenix. Give my shields a recharge. Watch my back. We're all outside the ring. You want to shoot for the ring? Get moving. Well, only 2 other squads left. Saw someone out there. Stay focused.
Bangi. Tak tahu tu. Halo. Kan tu boleh kut gaya apa?
Beginning ring countdown.
Baik, rebrek kat tagahan dulu.
The ring's close, and I still have a minute.
Hello, Lisa.
Recharging shield. 45 seconds. And the
Apa
ring's
para
close.
kan Lisa? Kan dia. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Mas gana palaya ko burgya na tu. රස් ගමුද කියලා හරි රස් ගන්න බෑ කියලා රස් ගහනවා. මේක තා උච්ච රප්කාන් තියනවා ගබ්බු මේක රයන් දෙන කල්ලේ ඉන්නේ බා. Game sound ready ne? Game sound adu kara. Bagi otak hero gaang ba? nerf game man.
Finding you the ring will be easy. Finding you home? I'm still figuring that out.
Your friends close, but you're always under your blame.
Introducing your champion. Pain, death, nothing phases me.
Sekarang nak gawe supir game aja. Boleh net kan?
Getting shot at. Recharging my shields. Cover me.
Round one. Hostile close.
Someone got best blood.
Enemy down. Let's put you in a line. 1 minute. We have significant ground to cover. A second squad. Adjust your strategy. Another taken down. You're in view of the enemy.
45 seconds. Ring start.
I started an enemy. That was all that remained.
Pick me up later.
This won't hurt. Hold on.
One less enemy. I'm the kill leader.
Recharging my shields.
Repairing damages.
Reached a new level. I've got an upgrade waiting.
Un momento. Got a unit.
Who I was then doesn't matter as much as who I am
Recharging
now.
shields.
I'm recharging my shields. And the ammo.
She put
Get in
this
the
blade
ring.
in
Roll
my
outside.
hands. Got an upgrade waiting. 2 choices, 2 roads. Attention. Delivering care
This weapon
package.
is a heft.
Every little choice changes the path.
Care package incoming. My ultimate is ready. We move on my mark. The champion is unworthy of the name. Hop up here. Select fire. I need energy ammo.
mag here. Level 3. Weapon supply bin. Over here.
ආදල් බයි.
Light ammo here. Arc star here. Extended heavy mag here. Level 3.
Extra supplies here. Use them to your advantage. Additional supplies here.
Enemy spotted. Enemy over there.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Enemy over there. Next ring's not very close. Target spotted.
Attention. Delivering replicator.
Replicator incoming.
Found the shield battery here.
Enemies near.
Hostile right here. Feel like there are enemies nearby.
Half the squads are out. But I like to see. I'm looking at the bonus here.
Portal closed.
I shattered an enemy.
Reload.
Broken enemy shield.
Sting and fire. I'm recharging my shields.
දුන්නේ මම මොන පුවත්ද බං?
Closes.
All right. Tieni duro. We got this. Un momento. Get healed.
Need to recharge my shields. 45 seconds. Rings far. Catching myself up.
I'm under fire. I've been down. Unacceptable.
Fuck.
Extended heavy mag here.
The shield that them කියන්කෝ. උපියේ. ඕබ්බයක් අතර ආව එවලෙත්. Twitch live කරන කොල්ලෙක් ඉන්නවා.
Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I don't like hunting people. That's the job. I do like the job, though.
We got a job to do, so shift your carcass.
easy fight එකක් අපි දින්නේ බාතන. දොන. මම අතන කෝස් කවුන්ට් කරා නම් ඔය ෆයිට් එක දින්න. කකුල හිරියටලා දින්න.
Get ready. Moving up. Let's go that way.
Okay. Contact. Reloading.
Good news. We're already in the next.
Catching myself up.
Evil harvesters are not very
Enemy shield broken. Taken out. Made it to the next level. Just using it. You're not safe there. Opening fire. Heads up.
Your mind should be as sharp as your blade. It's clear you lack both.
Sentinel here.
ඒ ෆයිට් අනේ. ඇස්පේන දෙලටක් තියෙනක මාත්තර. එකක් ගා.
is your champion.
I'm the
Sorry,
showmaster,
Sayun, bye,
which
bye,
should
bye,
go
bye.
without saying.
I
I love this part! Ha-ha!
I love celebrating with my best friends. That's you.
paling biasa hari.
Let's check out that way, friends.
Lo. Aduh, enam lo bang.
It's just a loss. Take it.
Ada di orang. Baron lagi enam. Baron lagi enam boy sorry.